I'll show you how to leverage Microsoft Copilot AI tool to clean your data fast using Power Query and make a wonderful presentation. In this video, we're going to cover the following use case. I am an FP&A manager that is in charge of the Europe and US subsidiaries. I have a presentation on sales evolution to do. Unfortunately, my ERP only extracts messy data in one single currency, euros. My presentation to the US subsidiary need to be in US dollars. Hey, what's up guys? I'm Dave, I'm a CPA and welcome to my channel. Without further ado, let's dive deep into it. First, we will clean this data on the left, the blue data, the column B, where you see there is dates and also product name all on the same lines. After that, we are going to create a new date column to have a better format on my data set. So we're going to merge the month and the year to make this column on the right that we see here. All of this using AI and Power Query. After that, as you can see, I only have roughly 900 rows of data. My presentation needs to be in euros and in US dollars. We are going to leverage AI and Power Query to make sure we have the whole data set to make actually a euro and USD table. Eventually, we are going to merge all of that in a dashboard in order to show our subsidiary their sales evolution. All right, so I have a data set like this here. So I have my product IDs, my year and product name. We see some inconsistencies in the data here. We have the region, the sales channel, the month that is typed as text, the sales amount and the units sold. And we are going to ask Copilot to transform this data so we can make an FP&A presentation on the sales evolution by year. So here we go. I have my prompt already in my copy paste, but let's read it together. I have 100 of lines of Excel data like this. I copy pasted a sample of my data. I am an FP&A manager and I need to soon do a presentation to show the sales evolution over the last few years. I need your help to show me how to do specific manipulation in Power Query. First of all, I'd like to know how in Power Query change all of the year product name that contains text, so not the year 2023 to become 2023. Please note that some fields already show 2024 as well as a year. Then I would like to add a column with Power Query. The column will be a date column, which is determined using the year column and the month column. By instance, if the year column shows 2023 and the month column shows January, I want 2023-001. If the year shows 2024 and the month shows February, I want it to show 2024-02-01, etc. Then the next step is that I want to duplicate all of the lines with Power Query and add a column that shows the currency. The original line will show USD and the new line will show Euro. For the original line, I want to change the sales amount using the FX rate of 1.10. This will make our line showing USD and the new one will remain the same amount. Can you please help me on how to do this in Power Query? Let's click submit. So normally what I would have done is probably just copy paste the whole data, the whole text, but this is not possible because in Copilot you have a limit. So let's say we have 900 line of data in this example. We'll want to ask Copilot how to do it in Power Query rather than just do it straight up in Copilot. All right, let's get back to our Copilot. So here you go. Certainly, here's how you can perform the requested manipulations in Power Query. Load your data into Power Query. All right, so I'm going to go here, going to go into data, click on from table and range. And just for the records, I have very little experience with Power Query, so that's perfect use case. It creates a table. My table has headers. Click OK. So I have 923 lines of data. Select the year and product name column, so it's column B right here. Go to the Transform tab and then click on Replace Value. Got it? And then the replace value won't be much help here because I have Ultra widget and Wonder widget. So what Copilot doesn't tell me is that I need a conditional column here. It actually tells me here you can use a conditional column feature to replace only text value while keeping numeric value unchanged. So I'm going to go in the add column and then add a conditional column. Here we're going to select the column name, which is the year product name, and then when it equals 2024, I want back 2024. I am going to add a clause. The column, actually, I'm going to name it year formatted. Then I'm going to add a clause. If my product name equals 2023, then I want 2023. And if my year does not equal 2023, then I want 2023. Here you go. Click OK, and then let's verify if it worked. I have a 2024 here, which is my row 5, 2024. So we replaced all of the names of the product with the actual year because there was a mess in my initial data. All right, so now we are done with step 1. Let's over to step 2, the add a date column. So the goal here is to change my month and year into a date. And let's see if Copilot can help me do that. They tell me to add a custom column. So I am in the add a column tab. I'm going to click on custom column, and then I'm going to name it date. And then it says, I'm just going to copy paste that actually. Click on the little copy button. And then I have my year, and my year here I need to change because I changed the name. It's called year formatted. I just double click and then I click OK. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't. I have an error. So I had an error, it didn't work, and here I just asked Copilot, here is my formula, and it doesn't work. Date from text, I just copy pasted what it told me, and Copilot tells me, I apologize for the oversight. Let's correct the formula for creating the date column. You can use the following expression. I legit just copy pasted that into my column, and then when we click here we go, I just copy pasted and I have my results. So let's take row 5 by instance. I have 2024-0401, so April of 24, and here we go, April of 24. So now I have my date column. Perfect. All right, let's scroll up. Let's go back to my next step. So my next step was to actually duplicate the lines and add a currency column. Duplicate your query by right-clicking on the query name and selecting duplicate. On the query name and selecting duplicate. Here we go. We, in the original query, add a custom column with the formula. So I'm just going to rename Euro query here, and then I'm going to rename USD query here. In the original query, add a custom column to adjust the sales amount using the FX rate. So super simple. I'm going to call this USD, and I'm going to call it sales amount times 1.10, which is my FX rate. This will increase the sales amount by 10% to reflect the USD value. Here we go. So we have US dollars here. I'm actually going to rename this column to sales amount new currency. I'm going to copy paste it and go into my Euro queries and actually do the same because I want the column to be exactly the same. So I'll just add a new column, custom column, call it the same thing, and I'll just do equals sales amount here in this specific case. Here we go. So we have euros. And I'm actually going to add a column that will be text column to give me the currency. So I'm going to call it currency. I'm going to put text. I'm going to put euro here. Here we go. And I'm going to add a new column here. Call it currency and put USD. All right. Here we go. Oops, I forgot my brackets. Here we go. All right, now it's time to merge these queries. So I have a USD query here, and I have a Euro query here, and we actually want to merge these. So we are going to append the queries, go to the Home tab and choose Append Queries. Home tab, and then Append Queries here. Select the two queries, there we go, two tables. Here we go. Appended query. So do we have the wanted results? It's loading, and we should have about 1800 rows of data. Here we go. We have our euros here at the right and our USD merged together. Here we go. We're going to load this into Excel. Close and load. It's getting the data, and now we're going full screen. So we have our euro query here with the double amount of rows. So I'm guessing it has actually duplicated my data. And now, super cool, I have euros and I have USD together. All right, now that you have your data set, you can select it all. Click on insert, and let's do a pivot chart. We're going to do a new worksheet. What we want for this is actually the currency to be USD. So we're going to do USD. And then we're going to put the units sold as a value. And we are going to add a segment. So I'm going to pivot table analyze, insert timeline. Actually, I'm going to put the date here. So we have this that popped. And we are going to add the date as a row. And here we go, we have 2023 and 2024, and we can go by quarter like that. And we have a quick analysis of our sales evolution. If we want by quarters and we only want Q1 and Q3 of 2024, I can go using Shift, moving all of that. And if I want only a specific year, I want only 2023. Here we go by quarter. If we want by month, we just click on the little plus here, and everything adapts by itself using the pivot chart. If you want to go from AI beginner to AI proficient, you can consult my masterclass on Microsoft Copilot, available right here. Cheers!